the hearing in the IPAC data seizure case began in Calcutta High Court amid sharp exchanges in court with procedural objections dominating the proceedings. The bench observed that in the Enforcement Directorate-related matter, the prayers before the Supreme Court are almost identical to those raised here. Additional Solicitor General S.V. Raju told the court that two petitions with similar prayers have already been filed before the Supreme Court. The ASG sought time to place written submissions on maintainability, questioning the urgency of the hearing and stating that there was no interim relief relied upon. During the arguments, the ASG repeatedly complained that his microphone was being muted, calling it a very sorry state of affairs, prompting the bench to caution him that his submissions were disturbing the court. The ASG later apologized, as where the senior advocate Dr. Menaka Guruswamy, appearing for the petitioners, accused the agency of bullying, saying that raids were conducted and yet the petitioners were being prevented from arguing their case. She said the petitioners were not parties to the ED's application before the Supreme Court and were unaware of what had been filed there. She stressed that the core concern was the protection of political data, invoking the Puttaswamy judgment on the right to privacy. She urged the court to ensure that the seized data is safeguarded and not used against the petitioners, stating that if data protection is assured, the matter could be disposed of. Opposing counsel argued that the writ petition was not maintainable, saying no fundamental right had been shown to the infringed. They claimed the petition was entirely election-related and questioned how data allegedly found at the IPAC office could be linked to the TMC. The counsel also argued that the individual from whom premises the data was seized had not approached the court and was only made a performer respondent. They added that if the 2026 election process was allegedly impacted, the Election Commission should have been made a party too. The bench noted that the petitioner's primary prayer was for protection of data. The ASG, however, asserted that no record was seized by the Enforcement Directorate and claimed that the devices and records were taken by Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister herself. He argued that unless she is made a party, the petition is not maintainable.
During the course of hearing, the ED had taken the point of maintainability, and for that reason Mr. Raju had taken almost 50 minutes time of maintainability. He was reading the brief one paragraph for another paragraph to another paragraph. Then said that nothing was seized from the office of the IPAC. Then the respondent number 4, that is the IPAC, their counsel submitted two panchnama before the court, and both the two panchnama, it has been recorded that nothing has been seized. Nothing has been seized from the on 8th August, right? And nothing has been found which is a question can be marked, right? Therefore, the writ petition has been disposed of since no seizure has been taken place. In the second writ petition, the ED's counsel was submitting that the matter adjournment will be, they sought for an adjournment because the matter is pending before the Supreme Court. Then I took the point. I categorically I have said I am appearing on behalf of Mamata Banerjee as chairperson of the All India Trinamool Congress, not as Chief Minister of the West Bengal. Second, we have said blame has been given in this SLP special leave petition against the court. Third, we have said we are ready to proceed with the matter. Matter should be heard. Now almost court time is over. We have seen that from 3:30 the court time was there. Then the court has recorded that since the ED has sought for time sought for adjournment on the ground of the pendency of the special leave petition, and the counsels of the respondents have said that they are willing to hear the matter, or participate in the proceeding. The matter is adjourned up to the disposal of the SLP by the Supreme.
And my colleagues Ravi Shankar Datta and Sabyasachi Roy join me this evening right now. Good evening to both of you, but I'm going to first go across to Ravi Shankar. Well, Ravi Shankar, take me through what exactly happened in the court today while there were fiery exchanges that took place as the IPAC data seizure case began in Calcutta High Court amid sharp exchanges. Take us through what exactly happened in the court, because what we're given to understand is that the question on maintainability of the writ petition is what was being argued. They want Mamata Banerjee to be party to it.
See, after the last hearing, today's hearing was totally done on a condition that nobody will be allowed in the court other than the parties, the lawyers and the judge herself. So today there was no one on the court, and most of the hearings were done where you can see the video hearing via YouTube, and you can see all the parties were joining the hearing via physically or via YouTube, or I mean with camera. Now whatever interesting happened today is that the court disposed of the first matter, because Mamata Banerjee, who according to ED, there has been no seizure made on any of the documents or any of the things from IPAC office, because whatever seizure was made, Mamata Banerjee took it away, and ED countered that if she has taken away the things, why she was not made a party, and why Trinamool Congress came in front and played for, because it was nothing to do with Trinamool Congress. And on the other hand, they also argued that IPAC is not a party here, and Subhashish Chakraborty, who is the petitioner and who is also a standing MP, who has had the authorization letter from the party to stand and be a party in this matter, that was not needed, because the matter was with IPAC, with Mamata Banerjee and ED. In both the cases, in both the terms, Mamata Banerjee was made not a party, yet Kalyan Banerjee later came and said that he is standing on behalf of Mamata Banerjee as a party. But again, that is the second matter that is already pending in Supreme Court. Now, in the first case, ED has categorically mentioned that they had not made any kind of seizure, and Trinamool Congress lawyer categorically say that this has to be made on record, because if there has not been any seizure by ED, the matter is not needed to be heard. So the judge Subhra Ghosh, she heard all the sides and said that if there is no seizure and Mamata Banerjee is not being made a party, there is no use of listening to this matter, as the similar kind of petition is already will be heard tomorrow at Supreme Court. So thus the first matter has been disposed of, and the second matter is, as I said, the similar petitions are being heard at the Supreme Court, and tomorrow it will be heard. So High Court will be waiting for the Supreme Court to see what kind of judgment it gives or what kind of proceedings happens tomorrow. After that, High Court will talk about this matter. Now, here is one interesting thing we must look, that as Supreme Court is a higher court, and if this matter is going on Supreme Court, High Court will never cross a judgment of Supreme Court whatever has given. So in a matter of fact, if we see in a turn around way, this matter of IPAC, ED and Trinamool Congress has been shaded off by the judge from her shoulder in High Court, and the matter will be heard at Supreme Court. After that, listening the same thing at the High Court's bench is of no use.
Okay. Taken over there, Ravi Shankar. Let me also go across to my colleague Sabyasachi. Well, Sabyasachi, as far as Mamata Banerjee's end is concerned, their lawyer, their counsel, they are stressing on the fact that there was certain, sensitive data that was being stolen, that was being taken from the IPAC office. But they were also questioning about how these data protection matter comes into play at all. That why is it being seen from the perspective that the IPAC documents only held West Bengal government and the TMC leaders, data. In this particular case, it is going to be about the voters ahead of the West Bengal election. The petitions over there, they want that Mamata Banerjee should be made party to it. What does the TMC government have to say about that?
See, The TMC government, in fact, have also filed a caveat at the Supreme Court, which means that the Supreme Court cannot hear from the side of the Enforcement Directorate without listening the Trinamool Congress side, and that is the reason why the next hearing that is going to take place in the Supreme Court becomes extremely crucial. And the Enforcement Directorate already had moved the Supreme Court, where they have told the Supreme Court that serious charges need to be filed against the Chief Minister of West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, and several senior police officials from the state of West Bengal, because they have interfered as far as the investigation is concerned. They have created obstruction in the investigation, and also they have seized important documents, not only physical documents but important gadgets like laptops, mobile phones, CCTV camera footages, all of them which the Enforcement Directorate is alleging is being captured by the Trinamool Congress. Now, there have been visuals on that particular day when the drama unfolded. Now, it could be seen that the West Bengal police officials are carrying the files from the IPAC office and putting it into the vehicle of the West Bengal government, and that point also have been highlighted by the Enforcement Directorate to the Supreme Court. So the next hearing that is going to take place in Supreme Court will be extremely crucial. Meanwhile, see, we need to understand from the point of Trinamool Congress. Now, the Trinamool Congress says that the IPAC kind of acts as a bridge between the ruling government and the administration when it comes to implementation of several welfare schemes, and also in the past also Pratik Jain had been visiting Nabanno to meet Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. So that is the reason why the Trinamool Congress says that the important documents, important political strategies related to the Trinamool Congress, like the possible list of candidates ahead of the crucial West Bengal polls, is with the IPAC, and these documents have been seized by the Enforcement Directorate, is what the Trinamool Congress has been alleging.